livingonadime.com's live broadcast. I am Tara Kellum, and behind the scenes we have my husband Michael, who is going to be giving me your questions, because today I am in the laundry room showing how to get rid of mildew, musty smell, you know, that all towels get, I think, everywhere, but you don't want to bleach them. I have colored towels for one bathroom, and then I have white towels for the kids' bathroom because theirs always seems to get worse. So I'm going to show you today how to get this musty, nasty smell out. Now, when we lived in Kansas, we had really high humidity, and I would do this about once every 6 months or a year, just depends. But now that we're in Colorado, I only have to do it once every, well, let me just say it's been 5 years since I've done this. So I should have probably done it last year. But I have a whole load now that's ready to go, and I'm going to get them all clean and fresh without using bleach. So I'm going to give you the recipe. Mike will put it up there at livingonadime.com. It's today's recipe on how to get, let's see, what's the exact title, Mike? Do you remember?
How to get musty mildew smells out of towels.
How to get musty mildew smells out of towels. In YouTube, it's in the description below, or you can click up here and there will be a link up there, or on Facebook, Mike is putting it on there for you. So, to get rid of musty and mildewy, stinky, smelly towels, you need, well, 3 ingredients technically, 2 additional of your detergent. So, what you do is gather up all of your towels. What?
You said Mike's going to do something.
Put the link for the recipe.
Oh, I did.
Okay. Now, I'm kind of doing this the hard way because we're doing it in video. But anyway, I have all of my colored towels here. And, by the way, I got all of these free from my aunt. She decided to change all her towels, and I got them all free. So I was happy about that. Let's see. Did I get them all? Okay. So I have an HE washer, but this works perfectly. I mean, this works great on a top loading washer also. When I was in Kansas, that's what I had, and that's what I used. So I'm going to give you directions for both. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your borax, and it has to be borax. There's no generic or anything. It needs to be the borax. Mike, can you put the link up there for them? And you're going to put your borax in with your towels. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about how to get rid of musty, smelly odors in towels. And then, if you have hard water, you want to add vinegar, because this helps break down the water deposits and helps break down the fabric softener deposits and stuff like that. We don't have hard water here in Colorado, and I don't use fabric softener. But if you do, then you'll want to add vinegar also. It just helps break it down a little bit better, and then you can have a little bit cleaner towels. It softens your water, helps soften your water. So then what you're going to do is you're going to put your washer on the very hottest setting that you can. Now on the HE washers,
Someone says, how much borax?
the recipe, Mike put the recipe on there for you. Go to livingonadime.com and it's right there, the whole recipe. On the HE washers, they have a sanitary cycle, and that pretty much boils your clothes. And that's great. If you have a sanitary cycle, then just use it. But if you have a top loading washer, then put it on the hottest cycle that you can. And if you want, you could even boil some water in the pan, in your pan, and pour it in the top of your washer. That would be perfectly fine. Put, 3 or 4 or 5, however many pans you want to boil, but put it in there. But the trick is it's the really super hot water and the borax together that does this. Now, if you have a top loading washer, what I would do is put everything in there, put your borax, your vinegar, and your boiling water, or just use the hottest water you can. You could also turn your water heater up like an hour before you do this to the very hottest setting. Make sure the kids aren't around, do this at night when the kids aren't around or whatever. But an hour before you do it, you could turn your hot water heater up to its very highest setting, and you could also do that. Don't forget to turn it down, though, when you're done, as soon as your washer is full. Let it agitate for about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes, somewhere around there, but not too long. You just really want to thoroughly saturate all of your towels with the borax and vinegar solution. Then open the lid, if you have a top loading, and let it sit overnight in the water. Just let it sit overnight, and in the morning, drain out that water, spin it out, or you can finish running it through the cycle is fine. And then you're going to add your laundry detergent and a little bit more borax into that final wash cycle, and you're going to wash it on the hottest water you can do again. Then just dry as normal. Now, that's for a top loading. If you have an HE washer, you want to put it on sanitary. Now, it's best if you can let the towels sit overnight. But in the HE washer, because the water only goes up so high, not all the towels stay in the water the whole time. So what you could do for an HE washer is just put it on sanitary and let it run the whole sanitary cycle with borax only. Then, and vinegar if you have hard water. Then run it again through the sanitary cycle with detergent and borax again. Then just dry as normal. Now that seems like a lot, but that is a lot cheaper than having to buy brand new towels all over again. And that's all you have to do to get rid of the musty odor. It truly is that simple. And if you live in a high humidity place like we used to when we were in Kansas and Texas, you will probably have to do this every 6 months to a year. But if you live in places like Colorado or Montana or somewhere where it's drier, Arizona, you won't have to do this you won't have to do it near as frequently. Like I said, it's been 5 years since I've done mine, and they're just now really starting to smell. So that's why I'm throwing them in here and getting them all cleaned up. So that is the simple solution on how you get rid of musty odors in your towels that are colored. Not your whites, but your colors. Now this will work for whites. If you prefer not to use bleach, this will work perfectly fine for whites. I bleach my towels, my white towels, so that's why I don't do it on my white towels. So that's how you do it. Do we have any questions?
Lots of questions.
Lots of questions. Oh, yay, lots of questions.
Some people are asking, what is borax? And somebody else asked, do you ever run into issues using borax in the front loader?
Okay. What is borax? Borax is a detergent booster. And I don't know what it does. Can you put a link in there, Mike? I have no idea how it works. I don't know. All I know is it says add up to a half a cup for every load along with your regular detergent. It enhances cleaning power of laundry detergent. It's a natural alternative to color-safe bleach, gentle enough for your delicates, strong enough for carpets and rugs. This is really just a really good all-purpose cleaner. It takes out stains, it neutralizes odors, that's why you use it on your musty towels. You can clean it, use it in your bathroom if you have hard water, scum and deposits, it says, and then you can use it in the kitchen for grease and grime. So this is like an all-purpose cleaner type thing, but it really does remove the odors. Have I had a problem with my HE washer? No, not at all. It doesn't foam. It's not a detergent. So, and it is not baking soda. It is not the same thing. You have to get the borax. So that makes a difference. Next question.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So people were asking when you said you soak it overnight. What is that you're soaking?
Oh, so when we soak it overnight, we're getting the musty smell out of colored towels. So here is the colored towels that I have right now, and I don't want to bleach them, but they're starting to smell not so fresh. So I'm taking and putting my musty towels that are colored, not the whites. I bleach my whites, but if you want to do whites, you can. I'm putting them in with borax and vinegar. The recipe's at livingonadime.com. Michael put it up there again for you. And I put them in here, and I put them on the sanitary cycle of my HE washer, or use the hottest possible water that you can in your top loading washer and let it set overnight. Then drain or finish the cycle, and then use laundry detergent and the borax again to wash it for its final wash, and then your towels will be fresh and they won't smell musty.
A lot of people are asking, first of all, somebody asked if this works with color and white towels, and then other people have asked, what about using color-safe bleach, baking soda, and vinegar, and things like that?
Okay. Yes, this works for whites and for colored towels, both. And Mike, we're going to have to adjust the camera because my legs are going numb. Sorry, guys. I'm getting old. Okay, sorry. Can you see me now? Okay. I have neuropathy now, apparently, so I can't stay in that position very long. Yes, it works for colors and whites, both. You can use Clorox too if you want. I have not found that it works as well as the borax. There's something in the borax that really gets it clean. So no, I have not found that Clorox 2 works at all. Let's see, what was the other question? Baking soda and vinegar. You can use baking soda and vinegar, but it does not work as well. I have tried it. It's the borax is the magic thing. And this is really pretty cheap. We put the Amazon link up there for you so you can see what it is. But you can get this at your grocery store for just, I don't know, $2 or $3. And I've had this box for, I don't know, a year or so because I make homemade laundry detergent. And so this lasts me a long, long time. I do not put it in every load of wash because we live in Colorado with really soft water. So, you know, if you have hard water, you can add this. Just add a half a cup for every load of laundry, and that will help get your laundry detergent cleaner. Yes?
One person is asking, does it work on clothes or just towels?
It works on clothes also, yes. If you have really smelly clothes, like if you have a farmer or construction worker or something, yes, it works on clothes and socks and uniforms, that kind of thing. If you want to get uniforms clean, then use the borax also.
One person says, can I soak it overnight in the tub?
Yes, you can soak it overnight in the tub. That's perfectly fine. Just use the absolute hottest water you can stand. And like I said earlier, if you don't want to haul boiling water to your bathtub, then I would turn your hot water heater up as high as it'll go for an hour before you do this. Of course, warn your kids and your husband to not use hot water until you're done, or do this when they're gone. But if you fill it up with the very hottest water, that's the trick, the borax and the super, super hot water. This is how our grandmothers used to get their clothes so clean, was they used the lye soap, and it was the boiling that helped get their clothes so white. So my great-grandmother told me that her whites have never been as clean as when she used to have to do them outside in a big pot over the fire. And it's the hot boiling water that really gets stuff clean and fresh.
Brad says he's found that most front loaders have a filter.
Let's see. Can Mike switch positions right down here? And on the very bottom, for the HE washers, there's 2 little nuts that you take off. And yes, Mike cleans this out about every 6 months for me because it'll collect nails and socks and pennies and all kinds of things. And you need to keep that filter clean. If you start noticing that your clothes are not getting very white or very clean, check that filter, because that's probably what's keeping your clothes from getting clean, as it's being washed in dirty water.
How about putting them out in the sun?
Putting them out in the sun does not get it as well. It helps, but it does not work to get the smell out. I have tried it. I have a clothesline. I used to, I don't so much now, but I used to use my clothesline every day. It helps, but it doesn't get the odor out like the borax does.
Let's see. Somebody says they missed the borax thing. Can you explain that?
So what I'm doing is I'm getting the musty smell out of colored towels. So here's my colored towels, and they're not so fresh anymore. So I put borax and vinegar in with my colored towels, and I put it on the hottest water setting. Michael put the link up there again for you for the recipe. And I put it on the very hottest setting that I can put it on. I let it sit overnight if I have a top loader, or run it on sanitary if you have an HE washer. And then the next morning for top loaders, finish the cycle and then run it again with borax and laundry detergent and then dry as normal. Or for an HE washer, run it on sanitary again with borax and laundry detergent, and that will get your the musty smell out of your towels.
Lenore asks, is that filter to clean on all HE washers?
Lenore, yes. Figured out what was wrong. Come to find out, when Mike went to clean it out the first time, I had a sock, I had a stick, I had like 3 nails, and I had like 4 pennies and 3 quarters and a couple of little cars. So it's no wonder nothing was getting clean.
Big Bear Homestead says, do you have any issue with the homemade laundry soap in the HE washer?
Okay, Big Bear Homestead is asking about homemade laundry detergent in the HE washer. So, even though this says a name brand for a company, this is actually my homemade laundry detergent. Now, for me, I make homemade soap, and I had a couple of failed batches. And so, when you make homemade soap and your batches fail, you can grind it up and use it as laundry soap. So that's what I've done here. No, there is absolutely no problem using homemade laundry detergent in your HE washer. And Mike, can you put a link up there to the $10 a year? So you can spend about $10 a year on homemade laundry detergent for your whole family. And it works great. And why it works great in the HE washers is because it does not suds very, very high. The problem with the HE washers is that the regular detergent, why they have special HE detergent is because it suds too much and then it starts overflowing. So you just need a low sudsing detergent. So the homemade laundry soap works really, really well. And Mike just put a link up there, I think. Did you get it up there?
For the laundry detergent?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And you can go there and you can find my homemade detergent. And why, you may be wondering, why do I have 2 different detergents? This is my homemade laundry detergent from some failed cherry scented soap. My son has eczema really bad, so he can't use fragrances. So this is his special fragrance-free soap that is, he can't even use the Fels-Naptha homemade laundry detergent. Now, if I made some bars of regular homemade soap without the fragrance, he could use that, but I just don't have any on hand right now. So this is regular detergent that's just scented, scent-free, and dye-free. But for the rest of us, we're using the homemade detergent from my failed soap. So we have wonderful smelling soap, cherry soap.
Patricia asks, she just says Charlie's soap. I'm assuming she's asking if you've heard of it.
I've never heard of it. What is it? Yeah, I don't know.
I bought some second-hand clothes that smelled smoky. Regular detergent didn't help. Rental me use ammonia and it worked great.
Yeah, ammonia will work pretty good. Someone said that they had some smoky clothes that ammonia would work good on. That would probably work. Most people don't like using ammonia just because it's so strong and they don't like the smell. But the borax would get that same smell out also.
Looks like so far all people are saying stuff, but it's not more questions. But did you mention about us using vinegar for the diapers?
Yeah, so when I had cloth diapers, I used this for cloth diapers and vinegar in the rinse for cloth diapers. And that really helped with the smell. And what I would do is I would keep a bucket with the cloth diapers with some water and vinegar and or borax in there, depending on when the two that I used cloth diapers on were little, we lived 60 miles from town, so we had to drive more than an hour, like an hour and 15 or so minutes every day because it was through the mountains to town in Idaho. And so if I ran out of borax, I didn't use that, I would just use vinegar. So I would soak my cloth diapers in there. It's very safe for the kids. It didn't hurt anything. And then I would hang them on the clothesline to bleach them also.
Yeah, somebody's talking about not mixing ammonia with bleach.
Yeah, don't mix ammonia with bleach. That's one reason why I don't recommend using it in the laundry, just in case you accidentally. But yeah, don't mix ammonia with bleach. It'll die because it'll give you a toxic chemical something. Okay. All of this is in our All About Laundry book. And we have a series of cleaning books, which is Keeping It Clean series. And in there we've got All About Laundry. Can you put that up, Mike? We've got All About Laundry. We've got How to Get Organized and Cleaning Sense. And in those 3 ebooks, I think there's about 300 pages between the 3 of them. And we have all of our homemade cleaning supplies. We have all of these recipes in there. And you can get that at our website. Can you put the link on there, Mike, for the Keeping It Clean series? And man, you're with it. Wow. Isn't he doing a good job? Give him lots of thumbs up so he can say how great job he's doing.
He said I did a good job.
Do you feel validated now, dear?
I have value as a human being.
You have value as a human being. So all of this is in our Keeping It Clean ebook series. So check that out because we have tons and tons of recipes. And I'm going to be doing, in the future, recipes from all of these. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be talking on budget, groceries, recipes, that kind of thing. Giving you some cheap dinner ideas. That's going to be tomorrow's broadcast. And then on Saturday, Mike and I are going to be on together talking about family traditions and how to have fun as a family when you don't have much money. So we're going to be talking about that. Okay, any last questions?
Well, this is a little bit off topic, but on the topic of borax, one of the Denise says she has a 14-year-old dog who occasionally has an accident in her off-white carpet. She says she sprinkles borax on the spot and let it dry up the spot. She said it takes the stain and the smell away. Oh,
yeah. So if you guys didn't hear that, Denise said that she has a dog that has accidents on her beige carpet, and she sprinkles some of this on, lets it dry, and then vacuums it up, and it takes out the smell and the stain. Yes. This really is a really good cleaner. I mean, I don't know. So I have no idea. It just says it's a natural mineral of sodium something or another. But it is a really, really good cleaner. And honestly, I should start using it more. Maybe I should just do that. Do a whole series on how to clean with borax. Because it says it's removes stains, removes odors, neutralizes odors, softens hard water. So it's kind of like an all-in-one. It says it makes your dishes sparkling and clean. And I bet if you put this in the dishwasher, your dishes would come out cleaner. So I might try that and see, because really this is great stuff. I think people should use it more, but they just don't. So anyway, but okay, any other questions?
Just one person asked if I work at home.
Does Mike work at home? Well, sort of. So I'm the face of, Mom and I are the face of Living on a Dime, but Mike does all the technical stuff behind the scenes, which is like 95% of the work. And but he forgot to put me back on. Now he's falling down on the job. He's fired. No, just kidding. So he works at the library. He works at McDonald's. Just depends on where the internet is working for the day. Because with the kids, we can't get much done at home. Since we've been doing the live videos, he's been home every day because we're trying to get it figured out and get a system going that will consistently work. But yes, Mike works at home, sort of, or the library or McDonald's, wherever he can go. And it's his social life too. So he gets out of the house instead of being stuck at home 24 hours a day. So, all right. Any other questions?
Looks like that's all.
That's all? All right. Well, guys, please subscribe. Please go to livingonadime.com. And if you need more tips and recipes on cleaning and your laundry, please check out our Keeping It Clean ebooks. And catch us tomorrow when we're talking about saving on groceries.